Tonight, if you could zoom into the nucleus of any cell in your body, you would find something that has no business being there. Scattered across your genome, tucked between the genes that make your heart beat and your neurons fire, are the remnants of ancient viruses. Millions of them. And they have been there longer than your species has existed. This is not a story about infection. You are not sick. But the real answer to what you are is far stranger than you have been told. 8% of your DNA was written by viruses. Not inspired by them, not influenced by them, written by them. Copied from their genetic code into yours, permanently, generations before you were born. Evolutionary biologist Aris Katsarakis at the University of Oxford has spent years cataloging these remnants. What he found rewrites the story of what it means to be human. You are not just the product of your ancestors, you are also the product of every pathogen that ever failed to kill them. Hundreds of millions of years ago, a different kind of virus began circulating among early vertebrates. It was called a retrovirus. Most viruses invade a cell, copy themselves, and leave. Retroviruses do something more permanent. They take their own genetic code, reverse engineer it into DNA, and splice it directly into the host's chromosomes. The cell is infected at the most fundamental level. Its blueprint has been rewritten. If that happens in a skin cell, it dies with you. But sometimes a retrovirus infects a sperm cell, or an egg, and then the rewritten blueprint gets copied, passed to every child, and their children, and theirs. The virus becomes part of the species. Virologist John Coffin at Tufts University was among the first to map how saturated the human genome is with these ancient stowaways. He called them human endogenous retroviruses, or HERVs. There are more than 100,000 HERV sequences in your genome right now. Most are broken, mutated past the point of function. They look like the ruins of something that once moved, now frozen in place. But frozen does not mean silent. Your body did not simply tolerate these remnants. In some cases, it repurposed them. One of the most profound examples is a protein called syncytin. When a human embryo implants in the uterus, the placenta needs to form. A structure that fuses cells together, creates a barrier between mother and child, and allows nutrients to pass without triggering an immune attack. Syncytin does exactly this. It is essential, and it is a repurposed viral protein. Researcher Luis Villarreal at UC Irvine has argued that this viral co-option may have been one of the defining events in mammalian evolution. The placenta, the structure that defines what a mammal is, may exist because of a virus that infected your ancestors more than 100 million years ago. The thing that makes you a mammal was written by a virus. Your immune system uses viral remnants too. Certain HERV sequences regulate how immune genes switch on and off. And researchers at the Salk Institute have found active HERV sequences in human neurons, potentially involved in neuroplasticity, your brain's ability to rewire itself through experience. The flexibility of your mind may involve molecular machinery that was never originally yours. For most of human history, disease was understood as invasion. Something foreign enters. The body fights back, clean lines, self versus not self. But the virus that wrote 8% of your genome erases that line entirely. These sequences predate modern humans. Some predate the split between humans and chimpanzees. They were already permanently embedded before your evolutionary lineage had even branched from theirs. You are, in the most literal biological sense, built partly from your species' near misses. Every day you wake up assuming your body is yours, that the code running inside every cell is a clean inheritance. But that code was written into by viruses that no longer exist. Pathogens that killed untold numbers of creatures, except the ones they infected in just the wrong way, in a germ cell at just the right moment, so that instead of destroying the lineage, they joined it. 8% of your genome is theirs. The placenta your mother grew to keep you alive may be theirs. The neurons firing right now as you process this sentence may be running, in some small part, on code that was never originally human. Tonight, when you think about who you are, remember that the line between self and other was never as clean as it seemed. Some of the oldest things living inside you were never yours to begin with. And yet, here you are, thinking with them, built from them, alive because of them. The virus that failed to kill your ancestor hundreds of millions of years ago is part of why you exist today.